10 pins and more on Rear Round Show here for the title matches of today's JBT event. It's the New Mexico-Texas Doubles Classic, a 5th of 5 doubles tournaments in late November and early December. Some real good storylines here. Scratch just a couple frames ahead of handicap. Deron Booker looking to avenge a painful second place in this tournament in the past. He and his partner Zach Harvey were by far the top seeds today, but they got to win this last game to make it happen. And Deron's just got to be shaking off the nightmares of second place's past there, as he's rarely opened today. Neither of these guys have rarely not struck, and they've gone strike spare open to start off this title match. Zach Harvey finally won his first career scratch title this season. Would love to double his title total in this doubles tournament. Second place today, after 7 games plus match play and scratch, was plus 296. These guys, Deron and Zach, were at plus 701. 701, but tournament bowling, when you're the top seed, the old saying is you got to win the tournament twice, and they are stuck in that position right now and trailing early against a white-hot team of Will Davis and Ken Clayton. Here have won the last 2 matches with 250 and 240 scratch. To the right, also a red-hot team, that's Montana C.D. Buck. I haven't seen her on the show in a little while. She teamed with JBT alum Sarah Kaufman to win the last 2 matches, to go up against another dominant top-seeded team in Eric Iona and newcomer Aiden Lacasse. Repping the elves of the universe. That's Bubba the Elf, it says on the back of his jersey. I don't think you can see it here. They really got into the doubles and holiday spirits. We like that. And Eric does not like that, ring in 10. The powerful Will Davis won 4 in a row last season to make it 7 for his career, and he has been crunching racks throughout this finals, as both of them has. Will has a chance to do what very few high school athletes in any sport in any state have ever done. If he can win with his team the team title this year, he'll have done it every year of his high school career. The Artesia Bulldogs and Will won freshman, sophomore, and junior year. He's a senior now. And the guy who helped got him there is none other than Coach Ken. So, coach and star pupil looking to pull off a rare, rare four-peat. So, I didn't realize before that Aiden's jersey also says Bubba the Elf, as he trips up the whole rack. We're going to have to get some clarification on that later, because Eric's nickname is Bubba. I don't know Aiden that well, so I can't imagine he is a double Bubba. I'll have to figure that out. Deron, man, I love watching this guy bowl. I know he's a little morose right now, but he's good. It's a mental as much as a physical thing. We talk about this in Baker all the time. They're alternating shots, so they only get 5 frames. They just got to stay pumped mentally, whether or not the situation looks in their favor. The girls are giving the 7 pins here. They got to win by 7 to tie, 8 to win. They lead by 9 early on, as Guyona missed that 10 pin about a minute ago. Fast action, fast high rev rate of Zach Harvey there in the 3rd, but boy, sorry, that was not, beg your pardon, it's his 3rd shot in the 6th. They are behind early, and man, these title games go fast in Baker. Sarah Strickland won 2 JBT titles in her career. Great to see some of our alums come back, but not great to see another single pin whiff, which changes the lead. And look out! What is going on to Zach and Deron right now? A second open on a makeable spare, and right now Will and Ken are getting a shocking cakewalk here. Working on the double, they have to take advantage, because Deron and Zach are more than capable of mounting a strong comeback. Good shot from Tana. They beat J.D. Messenger and Crystal Campos in Game 1, and they got by Joshua Burnett and Judson Carter in Game 2. Davis in the 6th. Team's on a double. Team's on a triple. All that power, those light hits carry so well. Those high hits are almost lower percentage hits for him. He crunches the 1-3 so hard. Coach Ken, a nice basic down and in game. Pretty scoreable pattern today. He's just trying to repeat shots. Can't repeat them much nicer than that. They get 4 in a row, and they are putting this match away early as Tana misses that spare. Deron has to forget about the previous frames and just throw the strike here and see what happens. They still got room for 215. All right, there's one. Got to start somewhere. Look how dominant this bowling was earlier on today. That's the game one of qualifying. Deron on the left and Zach on the right. Yowza for plus 380. Start just as strong in match play, but did start to tail off there in the second and third games. Maybe that was portending what's happening to them here. This match is over, guys. Holy cow. Well, Bubba the second needs that to go Brooklyn, doesn't get it. I've never seen Deron drink. I don't know if he does. Well, boy, I'll buy him a cold one. He's one of the absolute nicest guys you'd ever want to meet. Throws it so pure, and just nothing going right for them in this match. And he won a car on Price is Right. I'll say that every single time he makes one of our shows. Yes, he really did. Go check out in the early Drew Carey April Fool's episodes. I'm so insanely jealous of that. But not of this game. Any competitive bowler would feel for these guys to lap the field in the tournament. And almost every tournament ends with some form of ladder or bracket. And they are coming up against two other red-hot talented bowlers. And nothing short of Bowler of the Year is going to do well for Will this year, but he's got his hands full with other bowlers like Zach and his brother. Sarah, meanwhile, strikes over there, and it's just a matter if they shoot their high game of the ladder. They shot 255 and 244. They're in the 240s right now. Girls match only in the 6th. Montana is going to shoot with a strike up in the 6th. And they trail by 27 as a result of those back-to-back 9-0s. So CD Baca would really like to carve back into that lead with a strike here. She can trim it to 17. Nice job by Ken at the spare. Montana wants it, doesn't have it. So different fates for our two top seeds right now. Great turnout as always, sold out in the morning. That was a first. Can't thank Steve and Mike and the whole crew here enough. And just indicative of the way this match went. You got to make a correct guess and execute in a one-game situation like this. I don't know what they scratch bowled on the low side of the house for the semi, so I don't know how much or what was different over here. They got in about an hour of practice on the alternate pair before this, so who knows if those two pairs were different. I feel for you guys. I do. This means Coach Ken can bowl in the Tournament of Champions tomorrow too, by the way. All 4 scratch teams, adult, junior teams, where the adult hadn't yet won. And a nice shot from Guyona. So we'll see if Ken forks it over to bowl with the little kids one more time again tomorrow. They could only use 3 different balls. That's the ball I hadn't yet seen from Zach, and the body language tells the story there, doesn't it? Salty, as the kids say. Aiden won't be salty there as he gets that light hit to carry. That's a double, and now they're up by 37. So different fates so far for the 2 top-seeded teams. Bleh for Zach and Deron, and hooray for Eric and Aiden so far. Oh, man. Could anything else not go right in this game for Zach and Deron? Big shot for Sarah here. Oh, carry it. Through the face, doesn't carry. Big crowd behind me watching on a Saturday night here in freezing Rio Rancho. It's cold outside. Zach takes out his anger on that 7, but that's not what they wanted to show you guys on TV today. They were just killer. Coach Ken unsurprisingly gives him a best attempt to cheer him up. That one's going to sting for a while. However, I don't know that much was going to stop Will and Ken. I mean, it's also additional pressure on the other team when you know you've got to put up, you know, a pretty high deuce to have a chance in the match. And he can spare. And that's going to be his lowest game of the title match for 234. I think that would have been a different result had it mattered. Well, we always say with Will, he's short and he's blonde. This guy might have been a blonde a couple years back.
Now he's a gray.
There you go. Very light blonde, we call it, sir. We call it all the time. Montana with a big strike there in the 8th. Her team needs it as well. 255, 244, and 234 for the Bulldogs. Guyuna's team working on a double in the 8th. They're getting close to a win, but that spare will leave just a glimmer of hope for their opponents. He missed a 10-pin back in the 2nd. We'll see if he has better luck at the cross lane here in the 8th. Maybe he's got 2 Bubba the Elf shirts and Aiden just didn't have another shirt. I don't know. Kinds of permutations here. A little shaky, but he does get the spare this time, as Eric is just having a runaway Bowler of the Year season. He was struggling in scratch at the end of last year. He said, let me give this a try and get my confidence back up, and boy has it ever. Dominant first half of the season. However, second halves are where things like Bowler of the Year are won and lost. Right now, Aiden's about to become a JBT champ. 195 is the best the girls can do. 9 out would be 200 even. So, Christmas miracle notwithstanding, it will be the top seeds winning over in handicap. But a great run for Montana and Sarah. Good to see both of them on camera again. It's been a long time for Montana, and Sarah couldn't even remember where she won her title, so that'll explain that. No! Well, that's not the full miracle, but that had no business striking and somehow does, so she will happily take it and move along as her large crowd was pleased with that result. There we go. To have any chance, Montana needs, well, realistically all 4 in the 10th is what she needs to have any chance. It would take, I think, 6 pins on 2 balls if she strikes out. I will go out on a limb and say Eric can pull that off. Now Eric needs negative 6 pins on negative 2 balls. Yep. We'll see how the flash is on the 11.
There's going to be a group of 12 girls over there.
Do your thing. Saturday night, do your thing.
I want to, but I have to work.
Oh, very good point. At the bucket, she's got it. It's all just for show. We do it up back over again tomorrow. Can we get a confirm or deny that you're going to bowl tomorrow now? No, that's a lot of wear and tear on a young man there. All right. We are in that every time we run a TOC, URAC.
My son just came in from
Oh, right on.
He's graduated actually. He opened the practice today.
Oh, outstanding.
Flew in today.
Oh, excellent. I don't blame you one bit. There's what she's been doing a lot of all day long. So, all right, so you won, so I got garbage time here. I didn't notice before that you are also Bubba the Elf.
Oh, yes,
you
sir.
can't possibly be Bubba as well, right?
No, it's like
Is this a borrowed shirt, or explain?
Yes, sir. That's his shirt.
This is your shirt also.
They're just
I
matching.
thought you found another dude named Bubba, and that's why you let him bowl with you. What was going on there? All right, make this on camera. I think we've had this done on camera. It's been a while. Actually, did you do this on camera? At Strike Gold, right? I think you did. That's the way to do it, if you can just touch it. Not to be, but does not matter. There's your winner. You can fix it all you want, 'cause it's the same. We done. Very good.